Did you know that Apple Inc., one of the world's leading tech giants, started in a garage? Yes, you heard it right, a garage. In the mid-70s, a time when computers were seen as massive, intimidating machines, three visionaries dared to dream differently. They were Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. Together, they founded Apple Computer Inc., a company that would soon revolutionize the world of personal computing. The year was 1976. In the quiet suburban landscape of Los Altos, California, the trio set up their operations in the Jobs family garage. Their mission was simple, yet audacious: to make computers accessible to everyone. Their first product? The Apple I, a computer single-handedly designed and hand-built by Wozniak. Apple I was a bare circuit board. It didn't even come with a keyboard or a monitor. It was a far cry from the sleek devices we associate with Apple today. But back then, it was a breakthrough. It was a computer that people could buy and use at home, and it was only the beginning. In 1977, Apple launched its successor, the Apple II. This was the game changer. It was an all-in-one machine, complete with a keyboard and the ability to connect to a color television. For the first time, a personal computer was not only functional but also user-friendly and aesthetically appealing. The Apple II was a hit. It opened the floodgates to a new era of personal computing and set Apple on its path to becoming one of the most influential tech companies in the world. But it wasn't an easy journey. The road was fraught with challenges, setbacks, and even failures. But through it all, Apple persevered, driven by a relentless pursuit of innovation. From a garage to the world, Apple's journey truly began with a single step. Or, should we say, a single bite. The 1980s was a time of revolution, and Apple was no exception. The company was about to take a leap that would change the tech world forever. In the heart of the 80s, 1984 to be precise, Apple made a bold move that would redefine personal computing. The company introduced the Macintosh, the first mass-market personal computer featuring a graphical user interface and mouse. This was a game-changer, a departure from the text-based interfaces that dominated the industry. The Macintosh offered a user-friendly experience, opening up the world of computing to the average person. It was a tangible embodiment of Apple's vision to put the power of technology into the hands of the people. However, even as the Macintosh was making waves, the seas within Apple were turbulent. In 1985, Steve Jobs, one of Apple's co-founders and its guiding visionary, left the company. This departure sent shockwaves through the tech world. It was a period of uncertainty, with questions looming about Apple's future without Jobs at the helm. This uncertainty wasn't unfounded. The late 1980s and early 1990s were challenging times for Apple. The company struggled to maintain its footing and its innovative edge. The competition was fierce, and without Jobs' visionary leadership, Apple found itself in a difficult position. The company was grappling with declining sales, a shrinking market share, and a lack of clear direction. It was a period of struggle, but it was also a time of resilience. Despite the challenges, Apple remained steadfast in its mission to change the world through technology. The company continued to innovate, to push the boundaries of what was possible. Even in the midst of struggle, the spirit of Apple remained unbroken. The company was down, but certainly not out. The launch of the Macintosh and the departure of Steve Jobs were pivotal moments in Apple's history. They set the stage for the company's future, shaping its path in the tech industry. Through the highs and the lows, Apple remained committed to its vision, proving that it was not just a company, but a revolution in the making. The Macintosh set a new standard for personal computing, marking Apple as a trendsetter in the tech industry. Just when things were looking grim for Apple, a familiar face returned to the company, bringing with him a vision that would bring Apple back from the brink. With the company on the verge of bankruptcy in 1997, Steve Jobs, one of the original co-founders, made a triumphant return to Apple. His first task, to transform the company's image and product line. Jobs took a bold step, introducing a new kind of personal computer, the iMac. The iMac, with its unique, colorful, and all-in-one design, was unlike anything the tech world had ever seen. It was simple, yet innovative, and it perfectly encapsulated Jobs' vision for Apple. Technology that was not only powerful and efficient, but also friendly and accessible. The iMac's release in 1998 marked a pivotal moment in Apple's history. It was the first of what would become the iconic i product line, a series that would later include the iPod, iPhone, and iPad. Each product, building on the last, pushed the boundaries of what was possible in consumer technology, and at the helm of it all was Steve Jobs, steering Apple towards a future he had envisioned. The company's direction was clear, and the world was eager to see what Apple would do next. The iMac's success breathed new life into the company, and Apple was poised for a comeback. With the return of Jobs and the launch of the iMac, Apple was back in the game, ready to take on the new millennium. As the 21st century rolled in, Apple was ready to revolutionize the tech industry once again. The early 2000s saw the birth of a device that would forever change our relationship with music: the iPod. No longer were we tied to bulky CD players or limited by the number of songs a disc could hold. The iPod offered a sleek design, intuitive interface, and most importantly, the ability to carry 1,000 songs in our pocket. But Apple didn't stop there. In 2007, they introduced a device that would take the mobile industry by storm: the iPhone. Combining the functionality of a phone, iPod, and internet communicator, the iPhone wasn't just a phone, it was a revolution. It transformed our understanding of what a mobile device could be, and set a new standard for smartphones worldwide. Then in 2010, Apple did it again with the iPad, transforming the tablet industry. The iPad offered a larger canvas for digital interaction, bridging the gap between smartphones and laptops. It was not just a device, but a whole new way of interacting with digital content. Amidst these groundbreaking innovations, Apple faced a significant loss. The visionary co-founder Steve Jobs passed away in 2011, but under the new leadership of Tim Cook, Apple continued to innovate, pushing the boundaries of technology and design. From iPod to iPhone to iPad, Apple continued to redefine our relationship with technology. Fast forward to today, Apple stands tall as one of the most valuable companies in the world. It seems like every year, Apple continues to push the envelope of what's possible in the tech world. Take the Apple Watch, for instance. It's more than just a timepiece. It's a full-fledged health and fitness companion. It can track your workouts, monitor your heart rate, and even send you a nudge when it's time to stand up and move around. And then there's Apple TV+. This streaming service is home to a plethora of award-winning shows and movies, produced by some of the biggest names in Hollywood. It's another example of how Apple is extending its reach beyond just hardware. Last but not least, let's not forget the M1 chip. This piece of silicon is a game changer, delivering unparalleled performance and power efficiency to Apple's latest Macs. From a garage startup to a global tech titan, Apple's journey is a testament to innovation and vision. Who knows what they'll come up with next?